Hello, everyone. My name is Salia. So I'm kind of talking about, anxiety, depression, surviving loss, because that was my big thing. So back in 2015, I had just lost my uncle to cancer, and my uncle was, he was like a second father to me. So I was dealing with that. Um, I kind of spiraled down into a little depression. I was a little bit anxious. Um, but, I think I was dealing with it okay because I had my family around me, I had my friends around me, I had this boyfriend at the time, and everyone was just kind of like hands on. But then toward the end of 2015, I broke up with that boyfriend that I'd been dating for almost 4 years. And that kind of is what sent me through the roof, I guess, or off the charts. So after that, I started experiencing really bad anxiety. I wasn't able to sleep at night sometimes, or sometimes I couldn't even get out of bed for the whole day. I really wasn't eating anything. I don't know. It was just something about that. The whole, trying to process all this loss that I had had in that time. And then after that, everything bad that happened, after that, I was always blaming one of them. If he was still here, or if he hadn't done this, I wouldn't do this. Or if he hadn't done that, I wouldn't have done that. And so it was just not a good time. So eventually, kind of what changed for me, I'm not at all a religious person, but I kind of had like this spiritual change, I guess, for me. I ended up going on to one of the service trips that the school offered. And I was really resistant to it at first. I mean, it took a lot of convincing from a lot of different people for me to go on it. And then eventually I ended up on this trip. And I think that was kind of like my pivotal moment for something that changed me. And I'm not here to get all, service trips or whatever, because it's not supposed to be about us on the trips. It's supposed to be about the people. But they had so little, yet it was a lot for them. And they were so generous about what so little they had. And then they're just, the whole mindset that they had when in Jamaica, I just thought was beautiful because throughout all their suffering and the poverty that they had there, they still had the most beautiful souls and spirits I've ever encountered in my life. And so one lady in particular, she was a police officer, and there's a lot of distrust of the government there. You can look that up on your own time. But she had been attacked because there's a lot of distrust for the government and stuff. And so she was going to be in a wheelchair for probably the rest of her life. And one thing she said that kind of helped her get through it was she said, where the mind goes, the body follows. And she had the best spirit about it. And she just kept saying, the whole time I'm here and I'm trying to get better, it's about where my mind goes, my body follows. So I got to get myself in the right mindset to go through this recovery, and my body will just go along with it. And that stuck with me, and that stuck with me still to this day. So that's what I want to leave you with, is where your mind goes, your body follows. So you need to get yourself in the right mindset in order to have true healing. And with that, I started looking into different resources. I started seeing a counselor in the counseling center. That was okay. It wasn't necessarily everything that I think I needed during that time. I kind of was going, and it was good to get some of the stuff off my chest. But I could see why it wouldn't be for everyone, because I don't know if I would go back again after that, and that's perfectly fine. But I started looking a lot more into myself during this time. So I started reading a lot of poetry. Poetry is what really got me through it. I liked listening to some of the words and picking up key phrases, and I kind of used the key phrases in the poems as motivators. I really liked, I like Maya Angelou. I don't know, just something about about what she says, I don't know, it just really aligned to me and it really centered to me. And she was someone that I feel faced a lot of struggles in her life, and she became one of the most renowned poets in the States. And so her story is one that I thought was good for me to hear and align myself with. And then I started giving back to others. So I kind of went on this whole spiritual journey, I guess. And I still don't consider myself religious. I consider myself spiritual. I think there's someone out there or something out there, a presence that is making work in my life and trying to get me to be a better person. And so I guess what I can say with this is, like I said, where the mind goes, the body follows. And anybody watching this video, ultimately, you know what you need. Ultimately, you have to go out on a whim sometimes to find what you need. Sometimes we get so content with staying in our comfort zone, and that's not what we need. We need to be pushed. And sometimes that push is what's going to help us better ourselves. Had I not gone on this trip, I don't think I would be the person that I am today. I think I'd still be kind of in this childish mindset. And it kind of just pushed me into a more mature mindset and how to deal and cope with things. So we're all in this together. You can stand up for yourself, fight for yourself, because at the end of the day, you know exactly what you need.